You're watching KCBA, Fox 35. In high definition, this is Central Coast News right now.
Today, a community comes together to remember a local businesswoman stabbed to death in broad daylight in Santa Cruz. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Claudia Otero. The brutal attack happened last month, but today was all about remembering Shannon Collins. Central Coast News reporter Chloe Beardsley talked to close friends who are using memorials like this one to keep Shannon's memory alive.
Music rang throughout San Lorenzo Park in Santa Cruz today for the memorial of 39-year-old Shannon Collins. Her family, dozens of her friends, and even strangers showed up to celebrate her life and the legacy she leaves behind.
Shannon's loss not only touched so many people here in Santa Cruz, but people all around the world.
In Alaska, on the East Coast, all over California, all over Colorado, and this event today is really about coming together to celebrate Shannon.
Shannon's close family members and friends gave speeches and shared tearful memories about her. Shannon's husband, Ken Vinson, was too distraught to go on camera, but told the audience Shannon was one of a kind and passionate about helping others.
It's hard to say in just a few words. She was full of life and a lot of love, and she had a really huge heart.
Shannon was as funny as just about anybody I've ever met. She was kind. She gave of herself. She was truly altruistic, and she really believed in taking care of the people that she loved.
Even now, after a month, it's hard for friends and family to come to grips that Shannon was brutally murdered in broad daylight. They hope awareness of what happened will prevent a tragedy like this from happening again, and for some, bring closure.
I hope that those with mental illness will be cared for, and those who do things like this should, things like this shouldn't happen.
Chloe Beardsley in Santa Cruz, your Central Coast News.
An online memorial called Remembering Shannon has also been created for people who want to show support for Collins and her family. Prosecutors said Charles Anthony Edwards, seen here, killed Shannon Collins on Broadway last month. His defense attorney said Edwards spent time in at least 2 mental institutions, including Atascadero State Hospital. On to more local news. Seaside police are investigating a robbery that happened this morning at the PDQ Mini Mart in Seaside. Police say the suspect ordered a bystander inside the market by gunpoint and then told the clerk to open the cash register and safe. He then opened fire on in the store, but no one was injured. The suspect is described as a black male, about 6 feet tall, 180 pounds, wearing all black. If you have any information, call Seaside Police at 831-899-6282. On to the search for Sierra Lamar. Today, volunteers were out searching for the missing Morgan Hill teen. About 65 people took on a 35-mile radius around Sierra's home. That's the biggest radius yet. Local reservoirs continue to be a point of interest. Police say graduations kept searchers away today. This comes after a volunteer said searchers found an earring, a bone, and shovel during one of their earlier searches. The volunteer told Central Coast News a group she was with on Wednesday found the items near the Anderson Lake Reservoir. The reservoir is an isolated area in the mountains less than 10 miles away from Sierra's home. In their search for Sierra, law enforcement has spent more than 12,000 personnel hours looking through evidence and reviewing about 2,000 tips. As for the suspect arrested in the case of Sierra Lamar earlier this week, the public defender representing Antolin Garcia Torres, the man accused of kidnapping and murdering Sierra, removed himself from the case, citing a conflict of interest. Garcia Torres is due back in court at the end of July. On to campaign 2012. Monterey's District 5 battle is heating up as more mail-in ballots roll in. As of today, Mark Del Piero is the winner with 8,663 votes. Dave Potter is close behind with 8,592. That's just 71 votes between the two. And it now looks like Greenfield Mayor John Huerta will keep his job today, with 100% of precincts reporting 52% of voters voted no to the recall. After all the mail-in ballots were counted, Huerta will keep his job by just 42 votes. And the much-needed or much-anticipated Prop 29 could be heading to the ashtray. The tax meant to bring in money for cancer research and prevention looks to be turning out as more mail-in ballots roll in. As of today, the California Secretary of State shows a 50-50 split. New information on the Giants' third baseman Pablo Sandoval. Today, he's back in the starting lineup despite being investigated by the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Department. Sandoval's name was listed as a suspect in an alleged sexual assault crime that happened in the Seascape Resort in Aptos. The investigation could take up to another week, and as of right now, no charges have been filed. When reporters asked him why he was partying right before his rehab assignment, he referred them to his attorney. On to a developing story. Tomorrow, whale watch groups will be out again searching for an entangled humpback whale in the Monterey Bay. One of the whale watch tour captains spotted the whale swimming slowly off the coast yesterday. The humpback was tangled up in yellow rope. Researchers say whales who get caught up in this area are often tied in crab pot ropes. Whale watchers say they couldn't track down the entangled whale because there's more than 100 other whales out there.
You know, we're whale watching every day, so we're always looking out for it. And if we see it, we have the phone numbers to call the proper authorities, people that are actually trained to go out and try and cut the line off.
Search groups will begin looking for the whale starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And let's bring in forecaster Brianna Berman-Solo. Brianna, searchers said wind definitely was working against them out in the water today. Will it calm down for tomorrow?
Well, Claudia, it looks like, I don't know if we'll be calming down per se, might not be the right phrase there, but hopefully getting a little bit better than the winds we're looking at for tonight. Gale warning in effect until Tuesday morning. Tonight, this is winds for tonight. Northwest winds will be 15 to 25 knots. We're looking at waves 10 to 15 feet. Again, this gale warning is in effect until Tuesday morning. Things should hopefully calm down by sunrise, which is around 8:30. So 9 a.m. the winds might be a little bit more calm, but anyone without experience out on the waters probably shouldn't be there. We'll leave that up to the experts. I'll have more of my full forecast on what you can expect here on shore as far as the winds go and all of that sunshine. Claudia?
All right, thanks, Brianna. Looking forward to the full forecast in just a few minutes. Well, the weather was perfect for the hundreds that gathered at the Monterey Fairgrounds to celebrate beer. Take a look at this eye coverage sent by Jason Clark. Hundreds came out to the 11th annual Beer Fest. More than 80 breweries were on scene to offer over 100 different types. They have everything from lagers to cider. On to more Central Coast news. America's Best Idea just got a little better. National parks were free today. It's for National Get Outdoors Day, a new annual event to encourage healthy, active outdoor fun. Participating partners will offer opportunities for families to experience outdoor activities of every sort. This is just one of 5 free days at the national parks this year.